Welcome back to the third and final part to this YZ250 project. If you guys aren't familiar, we've been taking this roached 2005 Yamaha YZ250 and building it for the 2021 Broke to Built contest. Our goal is to model it off of Damon Bradshaw's 1993 YZ250, and this is where we left off. Everything has been taken apart and cleaned, and now it is time to get it put back together. Real quick, I wanted to let you guys know we just released some new merch. We've got t-shirts, hoodies, hats, even these new shop aprons. These things are awesome. So if you want to help support the channel, click down below, head on over there and pick something up. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to start off with getting the suspension all freshened up, front and rear, and you're going to see why suspension is always my least favorite part of these builds. It's not hard, but I always somehow find a way to just make a huge mess. As you can see, this is when things start to go wrong. I can't get the shaft out no matter what I do, and you know it's bad when you just start hammering on things. And then this happened.
Just like that?
Yep. I probably should have been wearing glasses. Do not do what I just did. Oh my gosh, it got in my eye. It shot across the entire shop. This is gonna be a mess to clean up. Wear eye protection, wrap a rag around there before yanking on it. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible idea. So long story short, the shaft was actually bad. It was not allowing the oil to flow through properly, which created a vacuum in there. Luckily enough, I actually had another shaft laying around that I was able to use, carry on with the build, but oh man, I hate suspension. It never fails me. Okay, now that that is out of the way, it's time to get this frame up on the stand, which of course involved cutting out the old bearing races, which surprisingly went better than I expected. Next up, I need to get to work on these wheels, getting them all back together. So while I do this, I've got my buddy Nate working on the motor. Now this is not a wheel lacing tutorial video, but a little tip I like to do is take two pieces of wood like this. That way I can set the rim on here and it kind of centers it in the hub. Makes it go together a little bit easier. Fresh rubber, we're going for the Kenda Millville 2s. Of course, you guys probably already guessed that. Then we've got some new tough tubes we're going to throw in there as well. Let's get these things mounted up. I went ahead and got a hold of Electron. I kind of explained what we were doing here with the bike build and the YouTube channel, and they were super excited and they wanted to hop on board. So they went ahead and sent us a carburetor to use on this bike, and I'm super excited. This saves me so much time and energy trying to clean up that old carb. This thing, I literally just pop it in there. I'll go ahead and link down in the description over to their website where you guys can pick one of these up for yourselves. Let's get this thing on the bike. Damon Bradshaw's YZ250 had one of these works pipe. I knew I had to get one for this build, so I went ahead, reached out to Pro Circuit. I explained to them what they were doing, and they wanted to hop on board and help me out a little bit. So they gave me a little bit of discount on this. So thank you to those guys over at Pro Circuit. You guys are awesome. I went ahead and linked down in the description over their website where you guys can shop and see if you can find a pipe for your bike. So going all the way back to the beginning, we started with this 2005 YZ250 that I paid $1,500 for, and this is what it looks like now. We didn't build this bike just for looks. Let's go ride it. This thing is wicked.
Look good out there.
Dude, it runs so good. Man, I could not be happier with how this bike turned out. I think we did a pretty good job of modeling it off of Bradshaw's 250, and he even gave me some of his own thoughts on the bike, which I thought was pretty cool. So I entered this bike in the 2021 Broke to Build contest, and it was actually picked as a finalist by Cole Seeley.
I went with Matt Berger's 2005 YZ250. Everything was just so meticulous, and like the attention to detail was all there.
Thanks to you guys for all your votes. We actually went on to win the 2-stroke class. This contest was so much fun, and for next year's contest, I'm actually gonna be one of the 7 judges judging you guys on your builds. So if you wanna get entered, go ahead, follow my link down in the description. Head over there, get registered before December 31st. I can't wait to see what you guys build. For those of you interested, I'm gonna run through the numbers real quick. This is full price MSRP for everything. I paid $1,500 for the bike. I had about $2,800 in parts. That gives us a total of $4,300 on this build, which isn't that bad when you look at all the other stuff out there. I mean, this is pretty much a brand new bike, which just proves you don't need 10 grand lying around to build something like this. It's realistic, it is doable. Now, I did get some help from some awesome companies out there, which lowered my price about $1,000. So in total, I'm sitting around $3,300 on this build. To make room for more projects, I ended up selling the bike for $4,300 to one of my subscribers, Court. He lives up in Michigan. He drove down and picked it up. He was super excited. I was pumped up too because I knew it was going to go to a good home, somebody who's going to really appreciate it. So I ended up making about $1,000 on this build, which is pretty cool. But again, if you would have paid full MSRP, you still would have just broke even. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. We got so many bike builds and videos and stuff on the way you don't want to miss out. And if you want to help support me and my channel, head over, pick up some merch. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.